So you guys want to figure out how to watch movies on your LG Envy. What I'm going to show you is not just going to only work just for the Envy, but it's going to work for a lot of other phones. I only really use, when it comes to just phones themselves, I use LG. I stick with LG, so I'm familiar with LG. Now this could work for, say, Motorola, Samsung, Nokia. I'm not sure. I just stick with LGs. Actually, I'm in the last few days of this LG. My company sent me out which one do I have? The Trio 700p. So now I'm a guy with 3 phones, because as you guys might already know, I do have the 700W. Now I got the 700p, and now I got the 9900. Why that happens? Not that you really give a crap about why I have 3 phones, but the 700W I own. That's my own personal line. But the company I work for, they want me to have a business use phone. So right now, before they gave me the Envy, and now I took on a new assignment at work, so they wanted me to be more streamlined. And I told them I had a Palm, but they wanted me to have one anyways. So now I have 2 Trios. I'm a guy walking around with 2 phones. Anyways. The first part of how to do this, to put movies on your phone, is kind of lengthy. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to show you that entire process. Rather, because I didn't invent this, I'm going to give you a link that's at the bottom here. And that link is going to show you a step-by-step detail on how to decode and compress your movies, so at least they're in a file size that you can put on your phone. What I like about this program is called Fair Use Wizard. What I like about it is that from that point, after I decompress it, I can, one, either send it off to my Trio or put it through another file conversion. Now that's what I'm going to show you, but put it through another file conversion so that way I can then watch it on my phone. Because the file format you need for these is 3G2. Okay, and a lot of times you're going to have WMA, you're going to have AVI, you're going to have all these different file formats, so you need something to convert it over to it. Now, there's a program called IM2 that you can get online. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that pirate it, and pirating is very illegal. So in the event, if you didn't have the $40, just go borrow it from a friend or something like that. Because here's what pirates do, and don't do this at home. It's illegal. Entirely illegal. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to show you what pirates do without doing it myself, because I don't break the law. Now, there's a website that exists out there that's called utorrent.com. What's cool about uTorrent is that it's a file sharing program. So say I made a video for work and I had to share it with my colleagues. I could download uTorrent, put that program, that video on there, and I could share that with all my coworkers. Now, unfortunately, there's some people out there that use that to violate copyrights. They put a lot of applications, programs on there, and they share it with the world, which is completely illegal. But what they do is they click this here. They go to utorrent.com. That's utorrent.com, and click Get uTorrent 1.6.1 installation program. Download that onto their computer. Now, once they have that, you can go onto this website that's called ISO Hunt, and what ISO Hunt is, they help facilitate people that have these torrents, where you can look for them and then put them on to uTorrent to share with the world. Of course, you want this to all be, legal software. Unfortunately, however, there's no way for them to stop people from putting anything on there. So you could type IM2 on there, which is the program that we're looking for, and then what will happen is that it's going to run through and show all the different people that put on there. So I could click IM2 complete, download torrent. Now I'm not going to do this because this is completely illegal, but let's say I were to open this. I'll show you what would happen here. Now what would happen is that it's going to open up uTorrent itself, the program uTorrent, and it's going to give you a selection of everything that you want to download. Well, let's cancel out of that. Let's close this. Ignore all that you're looking at, because that's wrong. That's wrong stuff up there. I got to get that off my computer. I don't know how it got there in the first place. But what will happen then is people use that to get to uTorrent, get to IM2 3GP video converter. Now, once you're there, you simply just open the program, and then you're good to go. Now, I was going to show you a DVD. I was going to put it in my DVD drive, but my DVD drive door is stuck, so I got to take it into the computer shop to get that repaired. So in the meantime, I'm going to assume that you've already decompressed your movie using Fair Use Wizard, absolutely free and legal. And we're going to, let's pick Pee-wee here, on my Pee-wee video. I don't want to open that. What you can do is you can just simply drop and drag it right onto IM2 3GP video converter. Now once you have it on there, you see the durations, 3 minutes and 27 seconds. You see the current file format. You see what you want it to be. And then you can select what folder you want to put it. So I'm going to put it in my videos, my projects folder. And then if you wanted to, you could preview it. But we're just going to go ahead. I already know what it is. We're just going to hit encode. Now, don't fool yourself. This isn't going to be, when you're watching like a 2-hour movie, it might take like 2 to 5 hours for this to convert over. So don't expect it to be like a 1, 2, 3 thing. But you can change this. You can change like how you want, if you want it in letterbox, if you want it full screen, so you can adjust the aspect ratio accordingly. So once it's converted over and all finished, you can see in my projects folder, then we have Pee-wee, and now it's a 3GP2 file format. Now what you have to do from here is you're going to need a micro SD card to transfer it over to your phone. Verizon Wireless, while they do sell USB cables, they are only for music only. They don't work for video. I'm sure they blocked it for some reason, because they don't want us watching movies on the phone. I guess they probably want us to buy their videos and whatnot. So when you're doing that, if you want all that, so you can get it just dirt cheap. Go on eBay. That's where I'd go if I were you. You can get a 2 GB card for under $30. Now they're ridiculously cheap. A year and a half ago, I paid for an SD card standard, not even a micro. I paid $120 for it, and at the time that was about $80 off the regular price of a 2 GB card. Now here you can get a micro, a 2 GB for like under $30, and that's including shipping. And then if your computer does not have a card slot, an SD card, you'll need to get a USB converter. So what you do is you buy one of these, you put your SD card in there, you can figure it out. So once you have that plugged up to your computer, you just simply drop and drag that into the My Flicks folder. I'll show you that here in a second. Alright, so I just put my SD card in the adapter and put that into my computer. And let's go ahead and open that file. So you go into, like, for me it's removable disk, and then here's what you'll see on the SD card: my music, my sounds, my pics, my flicks. Obviously you want to click on my flicks and then just drop and drag that file over to it, and then go ahead and just take the SD card right out, and I'll show you what the end result will be when we put that into the phone. Alright, so now that we got this going again, let's go and you want to go to get it now, picture and video, go down to my videos, and now you can see that there's that Pee-wee, Pee-wee's up there. I'll zoom it in for you guys. And then, you should meet my dad. There you go. I call him Pee-wee. That was my YouTube video that we just converted. Now I can watch that on my phone. Now, of course, with IM2, you can change the the aspect ratio, because it's a little small right now, so you can have it fill up a large majority of the screen if you had wanted to. Here we just, that's just how it is. I'm rushing through it, so whatever. So you guys also wanted then to see how you browse the web. So from there you go to Get It Now, News and Info. That'll pull up the web. And now if you want to go to other websites other than what just is on VZW Today, click Menu, go down to, go to URL, and then just type in where you want to go, and that pulls up. So we'll go to, let's say, Google. www. And it already has, I already been to Google before. So Google, go down to URL, and you can add all that stuff as your favorites too if you had wanted to. So now there's Google. We can see Google. Now what's cool with it is now Google understands that, you know, I'm on a phone. So they even have an option now where I can go to just have mobile web itself. But let's just search the web here real quick. Let's look up, say, like YouTube. And then it's going to just pull up what you would expect. You know, then let's click on YouTube itself. And then here it is. Now, it's going to be restricted because remember, this is not Internet Explorer. So you're not going to see everything as you would. I don't even know if we'll even be able to see videos. I'd be really interested to knowing that. It probably would stop us here. Yeah, because we don't have a Macromedia flash on these. Now, if there's a way to get it on these phones, maybe I'll look into that. But as I said before, I'm actually going to be getting rid of this phone here shortly. I'm going to the 700p now. But that's kind of how you do your web browsing. It's not the easiest. Well, it's not. I shouldn't say it's the most. It's not the most user friendly because Verizon wants you to stay on that website. It would seem, but you certainly can just surf around and go to whatever it is that you had wanted to go while you're on there. Now, Verizon themselves, again, as I showed before, they put YouTube on here as well, you know, and that's under the VCast Video on Demand. I kind of showed that in my last video. It's towards the end, so if you wanted to see again how that works, just go ahead and do it from there. Again, it's Net's Best, and then, you know, YouTube, and then you can just kind of surf around and see all the stuff that's available on YouTube. So that kind of wraps it up. Remember, go out, get IM2. You know, it costs about $40, that guy. Don't go on ISO or the BitTorrent website, because that's, you know, that stuff's, you know, not legal. We don't want to be breaking the law, and I certainly don't advocate that stuff. And that's how you kind of get movies on the phone. And if you guys have any other questions, certainly let me know, and I'll be more than happy to, you know, do what I can to accommodate you guys. Have a good night. Or, well, for me it's night, but have a good whatever time of day it is for you.